Hello. It's still very hot here, as it seems to be everywhere in the world, or I guess in the Western Hemisphere or whatever. Very hot, humid, storms going on. It sort of takes the fun, I guess, out of the summer. But we're not gonna complain. Everything's good. I'm indoors, and since it's very hot, I'm gonna do something I don't really do very much. This is a bottle of champagne that I shared with some friends just a few minutes ago. It was a great afternoon drink with a few homemade sort of appetizers, and it felt like it's the right thing to do. Now, this is an interesting bottle because it was given to me by a friend who has had it in his cellar for a long time. Bought it 30 plus years ago. This is 1981. He got sick and he doesn't drink anymore. So he asked me to come by and take a few things that I might like. And this was great because I don't know much about champagne. It looked like it could be a really nice bottle, but it could also be a total write-off. I said, what the hell, let's take it and try it with some understanding friends who are willing to take the risk. So here we are. It's a Bollinger 1981. We're talking 41 years old. The RD Cuvée Extra Brut, which is one of their premier cuvées. It's sort of the top of the line, super expensive, and it's made primarily with Pinot Noir, about 70% Pinot Noir, 30% Chardonnay. Most of the top champagne is made really with Pinot Noir. As we know, these grapes, the pulp of the grapes is white, and the skin is red. So, and it's all premier cru or grand cru terroirs, vineyards. Now, I don't really know much about champagne, but they blend them potentially across years and across vineyards and whatever to make the perfect blend. Some of them are really earmarked by vineyard, by the kind of cru, and this is one of them. I'm not sure it was supposed to last this long, but some of these champagne can last for a very, very long time. We opened it, and it was hard to open because there wasn't as much of a fizz, not as many bubbles, but it does open, and the cork goes back in. It's not one of those inflated sort of champagne corks. Not sure what that means. And then the color, it really was very normal, I would say, for a champagne. Now, you don't see a lot of bubbles in it. You see just a few bubbles on the edge when you tilt the glass. Very, very fine bubbles. But I think the one thing we lost was the sort of bubbliness, so to speak. But on the nose, it has a maderized, these are aged in wood, in oak, for a few years, and then they're released. And so it's sort of a wine process. On the nose, you do have it's maderite, so it's sort of, it's getting oxidized, a little bit of that sweet oxidized, smell, but not bad. It's not something that turns you off. No smell of cork or funkiness or mustiness to speak of, and you can tell the fruit is on the nose as well. On the palate, it's very fizzy. It's not flat at all. It's really incredibly fine bubbles. We're talking like this sort of incredibly fine, sandpaper effect. I know it sounds crazy, but it isn't. And that's what you get. It's more of a caress around the mouth, which I don't know what this bottle is like when it's new. And again, I really don't know much about champagne, but I thought this would be fun. Like, why not? But it's really quite vigorous still. It's got the acidity, great acidity. It's got that sort of caressing of the bubbles, and it's got a little bit of that Chardonnay sort of fruit that you can really get a glimpse of, and it has a very, very nice finish. And the oxidation stays there, but it's sort of in the mix, and it's got a little bit of an accent to it. It's maybe, again, just breaks away a little bit the symphony, if you want, and the harmony of the thing. But considering what it is, and considering, I don't know where it was, this bottle 20, 30, 40 years ago. I know where it's been for the last 20 years. I don't know about before that. It was just really impressive to be able to enjoy this. And we have maybe a third of a bottle left. We'll have it with dinner. I just thought I'd share this with you. Sorry, I don't have much more expertise to add to this, but I can imagine the new ones that are quite expensive are really, really, really good. Cheers, and see you soon.